Hey, it's Rebecca. Welcome to Returning, a podcast to return to yourself and the wisdom within. I'm so glad you're here with me. Today on Returning, I pray you hit rock bottom. A prayer from my first book, Light is the New Black. It's page 69 if you'd like to read along. I pray you hit rock bottom, the most painful time of your life. I pray that you feel alone, isolated, deserted, and you discover that what you thought was rock bottom is actually a ledge, so you come crashing down even further. And as you land, you are cracked open into a billion different pieces and have no idea how to put them back together. I pray that while you are down there in the depths, that the only person you have to keep you company is you. I pray that you choose to gather up the pieces and with no idea and in what order, then begin putting them back together one by one, just right. I pray for foundations mightier than the Acropolis, and an inner light that shines so bright that it dazzles the corneas of anyone who cannot handle your bright. I pray for skin as comfortable as a 10-year-old tracksuit on a Saturday night, and an inner light so bright that you can always find your way home. I pray for the triumph of your soul and the return of you. I wrote this poem to myself actually during one of the most difficult moments and times of my life. It was a time when I had spent such a long period desperately trying to hold on to the life that I'd consciously created, but also at the same time kind of knowing that it was inevitable, that it was all going to come crashing down. And while I was there, like at that moment of surrender, that's when I wrote that poem. But when I was there, I remember feeling really in the middle of the extremes of life, and both kind of really deeply surrendered and almost defeated in the darkness of the moment. And yet at the very same time, I remember this hope flickering within me. It was like I was able to reach out and touch the inner light within me that was inextinguishable. And it was as if at that moment that was really dark, it was also, it had never been easier to see the light, because I was in the darkness, because I had surrendered to everything that was crashing down around me within my life. At that time, I remember pulling the Tower card in the tarot deck, and I don't know if you've been through that period before, but every time I pulled it, it was like, oh gosh, I really need to let go of those things that I'm clinging to. And yeah, I think when we're doing that, it's like we cling to those known things around us for fear of nothing coming to take its place. And yet, so often when we find the courage to loosen our grip just a little bit and to leave space, leave emptiness in our life as we release those things that are really falling away, there is this amazing thing that happens where that which is for us can really rise within us. And so when I reflect back on that period of the rock bottom, it was also a period of deep, deep hope and faith and trust and inner light of really, really trusting the inextinguishable inner light and wisdom within that is always available to guide us, and surrendering to the rock bottom and finding a depth in the ground that I didn't know was there was ironically incredibly liberating. And after having lost so much, and it was as if change actually felt possible. So if you're going through a difficult period or know someone who is, I'm holding you in my prayers. And if you'd like some more short poems or prayers like this, then feel free to subscribe or sign up to receive each new episode into your inbox at rebeccacampbell.me/podcast. Thanks for returning with me.